What it do? What it do? It's your boy Donnell Torres, and on today's podcast episode, we're gonna be talking about networking expectations and what you should look, really what you should be looking, not looking forward to, but more so of what should you expect from networking. So networking expectations, and we're going to be going over what to expect from networking. Let's get into it. Drop that intro, baby. Let's go.
It's H.E.R.D Boomman!
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the rest is gone cause the best is on. All sides covered, something like a hexagon. Don't matter if you broke or who you flexing on. Welcome to the podcast, this from dusk to dawn. Yeah,
Welcome to the Dusk to Dawn podcast.
Let's go. Man, we finna get it in today, man. Hold on, let me adjust my mic, man. Yeah. So networking expectations, man. So, the first thing I do want to mention, with that, is more so of don't get your hopes so high when it comes to networking. And I see this a lot. I used to make this same mistake when I was, when I first moved to Los Angeles. I used to be like, man, if I network with the right person, if I get in a room with the right person, like I'll be lit, like I'll be straight. But that's not the case. That's not always the case. Especially with this day and age with social media and social proof, you can't just expect to walk in a room with someone that can, has either a lot of money, a lot of clout, or, someone that can possibly change your life. You can't just walk into a room with them and all of a sudden they're like, you talk well and all that stuff. All of a sudden they're like, oh, I believe in you. I'm just gonna put a whole bunch of money behind you. That's not how it works. Back in like 2005, 2004, it maybe happened then, but today's day and age, nah, bruh. It's all about that social media proof, boy. It's all about that social media proof, you dig? So, with that being said, networking is still a great tool. It's still a great tool. I just hate when people say, oh, if I network with this person, I'll blow up, or I'll get put in the best situation. That's not the case. It's really about preparation meeting opportunity. That's really what it's about. I'll give you an example. So, say you walk into a room, right, with, I don't know, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg or something, and you want them to invest in something, right? You walk up to them like, hey, you know what, that's a terrible analogy. I'll give you a better one. So, this is for all my musicians and things like that. So say you walk into a room with, I don't know, P. Diddy. Shout out to P. Diddy, but P. Diddy, I don't know, bro. You're artist. Hey man, you're artist, bro. I don't know what's going on with that. I ain't gonna speak on that, but I'll just give Diddy as an example. So say if you walk in a room with Diddy and you're like, yo, Diddy, man, I make music, I do that, do this, do that. Like, all right, cool. All right, let me see what you got. So he look up, all your stuff, and you don't got no following nowhere. Everything is zero. Barely got music posted. Like, he gonna look at that and be like, bruh, like, bruh, if you don't get out of here with this. So, even if you have music and you just don't have a following, it is no point, So with that, I feel like you have to build like a solid foundation for yourself. You do. You have to build that solid foundation. And if you don't have that, then you're wasting your time. There's been plenty of times where I've networked and it was a waste of time. I got plenty of stories. I remember one time, I'll give you one. I remember one time I went to this party with my homie, right? And I was posted up. We were in like the VIP section, and I was posted up next to this older gentleman, and apparently he was like the VP of some record label. I forgot what record label it was, but he was like the VP of some record label. And I'm like, chilling with him, chopping it up, like, yo, bro, I make music. You know what I'm saying? Like, around this time, this is when I first moved to LA, like 2015, like 2016-ish. I was like, yo, bro, I make music. And he was just like, oh, okay. And I was like, yo, man, like, here. I tried to give him like one of my business cards or something like that. I had business cards. I'm one of them cats with the business cards. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, slide that business card his way. I'm like, hey, come check it out. You know what I'm saying? I got that hot lava. I got that hot molten volcano. So, gave him the card. And I asked him for his email. I was like, yo, man, can I get your email? He gave me an email, which is probably like some bootleg email, So after that, I got the email. I'm like, yeah, man, networking is where it's at. Man, I sent that man like 5 emails a day for like 6 months straight. Nothing. Zilch. And not to say like he didn't care, he didn't care to listen. Maybe he didn't care. Who knows? But it's just like I didn't have the social proof or the awareness around me in order to pique his interest. You gotta pique these people's interest. You get sitting in the studio or sitting just not doing anything. That ain't gonna work for you, Chief. You gotta make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And you have to become somebody that people want to pay attention to. If you don't have that, then you're wasting your time. Simple as that, G. Simple as that. And yeah, man, it's just one of them things. And I feel like people need to understand that, it takes time for this to happen. A lot of people, even if you do network with people, even if you have Jay-Z's phone number, why is he gonna talk to you? Why should he? He worth almost $1 billion. Why should he talk to you? Cause you got hot music? You got hot music. Oh, okay. Alright. Cause you produce, you got some hot beats, dope. Nah, bro. That's not how it work. That's not how it work, fam. So, like I said, man, you gotta build your presence up, G. You gotta build it up because no one's gonna hand you anything. Nothing is free. Nothing is free. And that's just something you have to understand. And and check this out, like, even if you network, get the opportunity of a lifetime, that person gonna own you. That person gonna own everything you do, any and everything you do, because now you're in a position where, since they gave you something, or since they handed you something, now you owe them. You owe them money. And if you don't give that money back, boy, yeah, it's a rap. California tortilla, fam. Yeah. So, with that being said, it's just like, what you gonna do, dog? So that's why I tell people, man, build your own platform. Build it from the ground up. Yes, it's gonna take longer. Yes, it's agonizing. That's what I'm doing. I'm building from the ground up. It's agonizing. I ain't gonna lie to you. But when it works, it's gonna be so much sweeter. And I'm gonna love it. Every minute of it. Sensational. But, yep, sensational. Yeah, man. It always tastes sweeter when it's on your own. It always tastes so much sweeter when it's on your own, man. That's why I want people to understand that nectar is sweet. So yeah, the nectar. You're gonna hear me say that a lot. The nectar is pretty much the life, the fruits of winning, the success. I ain't talking about just money. I'm talking about success. When you don't have to clock into your 9 to 5. When you don't have to wake up at 7 a.m. just to freaking go clock in for 8 hours, giving 8 hours of your day every single day. You don't have to do that. You can wake up, hit the gym, do whatever you please, and still make money. That's nectar. That's the nectar. It's sweet. Yes, it is. It is. Sweet. Like when the gums and the cavity meet. You know when the eat some candy? Yeah. That's how sweet it is. Right when the cavity is forming. Yeah. So, like I said, man, y'all gotta build y'all thing up from the ground up, because nobody gonna hand you anything. And even if someone hand it to you, it ain't even worth it, because you haven't worked for it. You don't deserve that. You think you deserve that because you feel like you hot? Boy, get out of here. Get out of here, man. You don't know what's hot. You don't know. Nah. So what you need to do is go back to the drawing board, figure out how in the hell you gonna get this thing rocking, and go with that. And stop expecting handouts, because that's what networking is. Walking around here expecting handouts. No one ain't giving you jack diddly squat. Think about this. Think if you was the rich person, you had the money, some random person comes up to you, talk about yo, my music's hot, check me out, you should sign me, you should invest in me. You already successful. You looking like music alright, it's not your taste. So now you on the other end of that boat. Now you like, why should I have it? And then you go search him up. He don't got no following. He don't got no anything. Nothing. Zilch. Zeros across the board. What incentive would you have to invest in that? There's a high chance you're losing your money. That's how a lot of these music labels work. They don't believe in artist development no more. And in my personal opinion, should they? Yeah. But the way social media is, they can look up anybody, find anybody, and scope out their following, watch them for a year or two, maybe less than that. Be like, you know what? He has a foundation. He has something, or he or she has something to bring to the table. What you got to bring to the table? What do you have? Nothing. Yeah. I remember a time where I was like that. I was the exact same way. Like, yo, man, I should network. If I network with the right people, I'll blow up. How wrong I was. And I've done this numerous times. I've went to parties. I've went to, the exclusive events and stuff like that. I went to all these places, all of them. And it's like, it's like I started realizing that I was wasting my time. Because I didn't have what was needed. I didn't have the proper tools to make it happen, So, with that being said, it's more so for me. It's more so for me that, to educate y'all on how the game works. Because a lot of people come to, especially come to LA, especially when you're moving out here, you're coming out here. It's like, everyone think it's all peaches and cream. Yeah, I go to LA, go to a few events, especially not even people that move out here, people that come to visit, and then they try to go to events, and then they try to network at the events before they go back home. It's like, really? You think you just gonna fly out here, go to 2 events during the weekend, and expect to come out like, oh yeah, I'm a superstar now? Bruh, sadly mistaken, fam. Come on, you gotta do better. So, with all that being said, man, like I said, you gotta build it up, build that thing up from the ground up, because you won't have to owe anybody jack squat. You wouldn't. You handling yours, making your money. You don't got to split it up with all these people. Then you get the smallest chunk of change. Everybody eating except you. Everybody eats except you. Because you decided you wanted to go to network. You want to go out and network and be like, yeah, I got hot music. Person come sign you. And take your butt cheeks. What I mean by that, I don't mean that in a literal way. Sometimes it happens literally. Sometimes. I meant more so figuratively. They take your everything. Now you owe them. Now you're in more of a hole than you was in when you first started, when you first started networking. That's why a lot of people be like, man, I should have just did this on my own. Because they know, fam, they know. They're like, man, I'm in more of a hole than I was when I first started. Now you owe all these people hundreds of thousands of dollars. Looking crazy. Now what? Now you got college loans you have to pay off, and now you got all these other industry loans you got to pay off. Way to land, Chief. I noticed my camera over here. I should have started looking at my camera. That's what I'm gonna do. I think next episode I'm gonna switch it around. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna switch it around so I can look at the camera more. But yeah. That's what it is, fam. Anyway, man, look, I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I just wanted to break down the whole thing with networking expectations and explain to y'all why networking, it's a good tool, but it's not something you should rely on. It's not something that you should be like, you know what, I'm not gonna do nothing else but network, because it's a waste of time. Same thing with that Clubhouse thing. People always hit me up to get on Clubhouse, but it's like, people don't know me. They don't know who I am. Why would they listen? So I'm in a pool full of other artists trying to do the same thing. You know, going to open mic nights, all that, just to network. The people in the open mic nights on the same level as me. Why would I do that? It's a waste of time. Open mic nights. Who go to open mic nights anymore? Label executives sure don't. Why should they? They can post up in the crib. Click on a few buttons on YouTube. Look up the hottest new thing popping. Bring it off as, yo, I saw you got a video, got 1 million views. Several videos got 1 million views. All they got to nail down is performing. Once they nail that down, it's a wrap. And you know, that's a lot easier. Teaching someone how to perform is a lot easier than trying to build someone up to get millions of views on videos. It's definitely a lot easier, for sure. So that's what I'm saying, man. Open mic nights, waste of time. Going to these little events, waste of time. You know, and I mean that in a sense of, if what you're thinking is like, if I go to this event and network with the right people, I'm gonna blow up. Because if you're thinking like that, that's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. So, look, man, that's my episode for the day. You know, if y'all have any questions, feel free to hit my line. Y'all know what's up. At Donnell Torres. This is, from Dust to Don podcast. From Dust to Donnell, you know what I'm saying? Podcast. You know, we finna get right, man. And I hope y'all enjoyed the content. And if y'all do, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all follow me. The whole 9. Until then, stay true, stay heard. I'm out. Let's go.